Alright, here are my thoughts on the Aristocats. It's boring, the end. Just kidding. Yeah, this was the first Disney movie made after Walt Disney died. Well, I guess, Jungle Book is the first one that was released after he died, but this was the first one they made without him, basically. And honestly, it kind of shows. I know Walt did have he had some involvement in this before his death. You know, he early pre-production stuff, I guess. But yeah, anyway, let's go on to the story. We got these cats that live with this really rich lady who has this butler, and she makes this will. After she dies, then her cats inherit the fortune. Don't know how that works, but whatever. And then her butler Edgar is the next one behind them, but he knows that you know he's not gonna live to see the day that the rest of the cats die. Yeah, so he plots to get rid of them. He doesn't try to kill them or anything, but he, you know, gets rid of them. And yeah, then the cats are lost, and then there's this male cat who, helps lead them back where they live, and yeah. Also, it takes place in France, so this movie borrows a couple elements from Gay Paris once again. There's a couple movies we got that has some connection with Gay Paris. We got Shinbone Alley and another movie by Chuck Jones. But anyway, yeah. I didn't dislike this movie or anything. It's just kind of dull. I can't say any of the characters really stick with me. There's some. I guess some of them are well designed. I do really like the design of Duchess. She's, you know, she's the cat that every rich person would want to have. Phil Harris is back as Thomas O'Malley, the male cat that leads them along that falls in love with the Duchess. I think they were going for a slightly different character this time around, but it still kind of felt like Blue all over again. I don't know. He's alright, it's just not super memorable. Duchess is voiced by Ava Gabor. I think she does a really good job, but the character's still pretty boring. The kids, like, the three kittens, they're pretty dull as well. The only one who really stands out is the girl. And yeah, the butler's certainly not gonna be in that elite lineup of Disney villains, but whatever. I guess they weren't necessarily going for like the super memorable villain. They just wanted, like, I think it kind of works in that he's like just this regular character who's not menacing at first glance, and somewhat unassuming, but he's just you know uh, yeah, he's unassuming, I guess. So yeah, he's not a great villain by any means, but I think he works fine for this movie. Uh, the movie does have a couple slightly entertaining characters. We got the two dogs that are kind of chasing the butler around. We got the jazz cats that are like all a bunch of different ethnic stereotypes. But, I mean, to be fair, probably the only one who's that bad is the Chinese one, the Siamese cat. Probably even worse than the ones from Lady and the Tramp. Um, let's see. Yeah, we got Scatman Crothers as Scat Cat, the leader of the group. Um, and yeah, I guess it's telling that the two dogs and the jazz cats are the best characters in the movie because they also have like the two best scenes. Like we got the chase scene near the beginning where the dogs are chasing the butler around, and then you know, and then the other scene is the musical number "Everybody Wants to Be a Cat." Um, and yeah, again, there's some solid character designs. Aside from Duchess, there's yeah, there's their owner, Madam. She looks like a less evil version of Lady Tremaine. I do like her design. Um, Although it is worth pointing out, like, a lot of the Disney movies of this era do have, like, you can see, like, little pencil sketches as the animation moves. Um, and yeah, it's, like, especially notable in the lady's hair. Um, Kind of distracting, but, it's fascinating at the same time seeing these, pencil sketches in the movies. Just kind of see where, just what went into the movie. Um, let's see, we got Sterling Holloway as Roquefort. Just, not much to him. He's like your basic comic relief. I mean, I think Holloway does a pretty decent job as him, but yeah. Um, this is also probably the first of a series of Disney movies that would have Pat Buttram. Um, yeah, he voices one of the dogs, and he's like, yeah, you know his voice. He's that Southern guy with the, yeah, the old Southern guy voice that you hear in like a bunch of 70s and 80s Disney movies. He voices the sheriff of Nottingham and, various other characters as we go along through these movies. Um, what other voices are in here? I guess nobody that I need to, like, go into detail with, but, um, is there much else to say? I mean, I guess the songs are alright. Mainly, Everybody Wants to Be a Cat. That one will stay with you, I guess. And is there any other highlights to talk about? Yeah. Yeah, this is probably one of my least favorite Disney movies so far that I've covered, because, I mean, between this, Saludos Amigos, and, what was the other one? Fun and Fancy Free. Yeah, they're just, I mean, I got nothing much against the movie, it just doesn't do much, and, I guess not all movies have to do much, but, I don't know, maybe if the characters were more interesting, and, maybe the stakes were just a little bit higher, I don't know, just some factors to make it a little more interesting to watch. I know some people do kind of hold this movie, you know, close to their hearts, nostalgic soft spot. Um, but yeah, it just doesn't do it for me. I didn't grow up with this movie like other people did. So maybe that's part of the reason why I don't really care much for it, but, you know, yeah, watching it now, it just doesn't do much, especially compared with other Disney movies. I mean, if you want something like low key, you could probably get something similar out of like 101 Dalmatians or something. Um, but yeah, I guess this movie's alright, just not. It's not gonna stick with me. So, I mean, if you're a fan of Disney, then I guess you can check this out. Just keep in mind it's not as exciting as other Disney movies. And yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of people who hold this movie very near and dear to them, and they'll enjoy it either way. But yeah, otherwise, I'd probably not really recommend it. But whatever. Um, so I guess I give this movie a 5 out of 10. Um, and yeah, I guess if there's anything else I need to remember that I should talk about, I'll put it in the comments. So, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna leave it at that for now. Mash it and smash it, signing off.